Now boys, what's going on? This is Yorkie here, and welcome back to another episode of this FIFA 23 Blackburn Rovers career mode. And today we're going to start pushing towards the end of the season. Last time out, we had the transfer window, and some crazy stuff happened. The transfer deadline day fastly approaching, we managed to bring in a couple of players. The first one is Sarr from Tottenham, getting no football whatsoever. I genuinely think that this one was a steal. It was about 14 million, and in the grand scheme of things, for a 77 overall rated player with the age of 22, so he's just going to consistently improve. I'm expecting mid-80s if we manage to hold on to him for that long. I think that's an absolute bargain. He also picked up Balogun alone. He got himself a goal in the last episode as well. So instantly coming in, having an instant impact. So that's what we need to see if we're going to survive in the Premiership. But most likely, the biggest bit of business was Travis staying at the club. And he's staying for now. And I understand that some people were frustrated that we didn't let him go. I tried my hardest with that Liverpool deal. Yes, we negotiated very high with Bayern Munich and Atletico, but Atletico was willing to pay 30 plus million. Liverpool wouldn't even pay 28. So I do think his days are numbered. I think he's gone in the future. So that end goal is still going to be achieved. We're not just going to hoard him. He's going to be slowly more and more unhappy now that he tried to force that move away to Liverpool and it didn't happen. We didn't give him the move. That's definitely the storyline we're going to be telling ourselves. I just could not let him go for like 26 million. It just doesn't make sense. I would have happily accepted 28 or 30 just to get the deal to Liverpool done. But I don't have much doubt. They'll definitely be back in, don't worry. Travis is going to continue to improve, and a big English side will come back in for him, and we will let him move on. And to that point, I am now going to add him to the transfer list. It's very obvious that you guys want to see him move on because it makes sense for the series, and I want that as well. But let's see if we get the correct offers in now that he's transfer listed. Genuinely thinking that transfer window, we were just so smart because we still have 18 million left in the budget. It does look like we're going to stay in the Premiership this season, with us currently standing 11th and starting to grow that gap between ourselves and Burnley. So I think having that extra cash though next year could be massive for us. We do still have the youth scouts, and I'm a little bit reluctant because we still got a full academy. I think taking a year off of the youth scouting every couple of seasons is a good idea, but they do want us to find a very good defensive player. I am going to send my scout to England just for 3 months, and I'm going to go, I was tempted by physically strong, but I'm going to go defense minded. I think it'd be good for us to find like a John Terry-esque centre back. Like they had Phil Jones at one point. Maybe we find the next one of him, but his career doesn't go off the rails when he goes to Manchester United. But I think that's it for now in terms of scouts. We'll probably upgrade these next season depending what kind of budget we have. We still have pretty decent scouts, to be fair. And then we will send them out at the start of next year for 9 months and start to bring in the next crop of youth academy players. Everybody wants a piece of Yorkie this season. Honestly, it is unbelievable. Bayern Munich now coming in 50 grand per week. That's not a bad cheeky contract, that is it. Obviously, we're not going to accept it. This entire series is about rebuilding Blackburn Rovers. But if we ever did do a journeyman style save, this could be a lot of fun. But no, we're going to turn down, weirdly, we're going to turn down Bayern Munich. Also, some good news in the inbox. Callum Britton is going to slowly start returning from his injury, which means we'll have more cover at right back now, although Rico Lewis has been on fire. I told you it would happen. I told you the bids would come if we listed him. It's Man United. It's a huge transfer, but again, 30 million. I think we wanted in the 40 million realms, but I do understand the argument that FIFA isn't realistic, so sometimes you are going to have to bend to the valuations that FIFA has in order to make it realistic, the series. And it is realistic that Travis would leave the team if a big team came in for him. So it's going to be Manchester United this time round. And I'm going to go higher, obviously, than 30 to start things off, just to see where we can push Manchester United and how far they're willing to go to sign Travis. So I'm going to offer 32 million. They go 27.3. Again, it's got to be at least 30 million, right? For Travis. It just has to be. I'm going to go 30.3. Hopefully Manchester United will say it's 27.6. I mean, genuinely, I'm trying to let you go here, Travis, but 30 million is what I want. And I don't think it's unreasonable. It's 3 million above. And there we go. It's not going to happen with Man United. Feels like the English sides just aren't willing to go to that feat. Atletico was willing to go to 30 million. But Man United and Liverpool want to just pay like a couple of $100 grand over his market value. It just seems crazy. Another transfer offer now for Luis Travis. This time it is Barcelona, and they come in at 29 million to start off with. Now, you will notice that I changed his weekly wage. Someone mentioned this. It's not ideal. It's not what I want to do. We know we're selling him now. In order for us to get the correct transfer fee. If he has a bigger contract, we'll get a better fee. Obviously, I'm not going to hide that from you guys. I'm going to keep you guys in the loop when we do stuff like this. Again, I'm not going to ask for too much more. When it was a foreign club, we wanted between 35 and 40. I feel like we'd be a little bit more reluctant. We're going to ask for 30. There we go. Barcelona are going to pay 35 million for Travis, and he will get the move. It's frustrating that it's had to go this way, but we do finally get a big move for him. And Barcelona, what a move that would be for Travis. Maybe he could have got a little bit more. You never know. Someone else might still come in for him. It's going to be Chelsea to kick off the episode. It's going to be a quick sim. Let's see how this team gets on. Again, now, this does look like this will be Travis's last season, and we're going to get a 1-1 draw against Chelsea. Yorkiemann scoring for us. Let's go, Reggie. There we have it then, boys. 35 million for Luis Travis. We won't see that money until next season. He won't officially leave the club to Barcelona until next season, but he gets his big move. Yes, I would have preferred it to have been Liverpool or Manchester United. The storyline there would have been better. But the end result is a big team signed Travis. That is the end result that we wanted. And I feel like we've achieved that by him going to Barcelona. I feel like that's the right move. I believe De Jong's actually already left Barcelona, so maybe it makes even more sense. We have been scouting Flynn Dowes again because potentially replacement for Travis. He looks pretty decent with 75 rated. Maybe that's something we'll go for in the future. But there we go. Barcelona, Travis, 35 million. We're going to get 30 million of it. Don't believe we get that allocated now. No, we don't get it allocated now. We will get that 30 million next season, which means we should have a big budget again. If we've got around 60 million next season, I think that'll be a really good budget for us. There could definitely be more big players we lose. Now, we're going to take on Brighton there, right next to us in the league. They have a ridiculous squad with Adeyemi leading the line. Trossard's still in the starting 11 as well because he hasn't made the move yet. This is going to be our starting 11. We have to bear in mind that we played Chelsea in 5 days for the Carabao Cup Final. We're actually going to have an opportunity of winning our trophy this first season, so I have to have one mind on that. I'd like to bring off Callum Grant as soon as possible. Let's see Blackburn having an early corner. Let's see what they could do for it. It was a good block from Pickering that led to this. Ronaldo Becker is someone we wanted. Dunk managing to get the turn. Adeyemi with 2 chance. Don't give him 2 bites at the cherry. Just like that, Brighton take the lead. We may have had a really good patch this season with recent form, but that does not mean that we are 100% safe and that we should be comfortable. Straight that Turner couldn't hold on to that ball, though. And they've got Dunk, who's just really tall. He's causing me so many problems right now when they're pumping these free kicks forward. But apparently, we picked up an injury to Travis. He's got himself a transfer out of the club and an injury just like that. I'm going to bring on Scott, and I'm going to play Sarr as the CDM and Scott as the CM. Well, it's Scott coming straight back into first-team football, not really long after his injury. Let's hope that even though he's lacking match sharpness, he can have a really good performance today. That's a good ball for Yorkiemann. Sorry, for Rico Lewis, who's playing in that position today. Felix Mecha. I don't know if I've got a decent ball on here. Sarr might have that one into Doland. Doland then pulling that back to Alex Scott. Heavy touch. Maybe should have shot that straight away. Then Doland should score, and it's a great save from Sanchez. If we can recycle the football here. Felix Mecha out to Tyrese Doland. He pulls that one back and into Callum Grant for a shot first time. And Callum Grant has been fire this season, and he's going to get us back into this game. It's 1-1. How big could his performances be coming into this cup final? He takes it first time, and it's a lovely finish. Here comes a great ball out wide to Trossard. He's good on the football. I don't know what happened there. He kind of skipped forward. Don't let them get this one in behind to Adeyemi. Oh, terrible defending. It's 2-1. Managed to keep Adeyemi really quiet in that last game, but it's just so frustrating. He's just getting away at will. The balls they're playing are fantastic, and we're struggling a little bit when it comes to moving the ball forward. It's just a bit frustrating. Although I am enjoying Alex Scott right now. Felix Mecha behind to Tyrese Doland. Footwork from Doland. Pulls that one back to Alex Scott. I thought he'd done enough. Sarr needs to get to that. He does. Callum Grant now will hold up play. Sarr, let's get that one in behind to Felix Mecha, who's offside. Can't believe it. The whistle's gone. It's half-time. See if we can come out firing in the second half then. I mean, a draw. It's not bad, is it? A draw's not a bad result in this league at this moment in time. It's all about survival this first season, and then trying to improve the squad next season, which, trust me, will not be easy. That's great play. Reece Nelson then into Callum Grant. Dangerous already in this match. Callum Grant is super dangerous. It's 2 for him. It's been 2 for Adeyemi. And Grant replies with 2 himself. And it's why he's got the number 9. It's exactly why he has our number 9. Mistake made. Mecha wants Callum Grant again. He's on his hat-trick. That's another mistake from them. Callum Grant. Oh, what a block from the defender. Let's see what Brighton do from this free kick. It's not a bad position for a free kick. It's a terrible ball there. I mean, I don't know why Lewis Dunk was taking it, but Callum Grant didn't react to it. Jakub Moder be a good player for us in the midfield. I'm pretty happy with our midfield at the minute. You never know when you're going to need to improve. Obviously, Travis has gone now, so do we start looking at replacements now? Comments down below then, I guess, lads. We're going to need a replacement. I'm going to go straight inside to Callum Grant, who's super clever, and he just couldn't get it out to Felix Mecha. Sa is now man-marking Adeyemi, mate. He's lost him, but I need him straight on top of him. Neumann there closing that gap. Beautiful. That's poor from Sa. That's poor control. Becker is definitely looking for Adeyemi. Is he going to get him? No, he's not. That's great from Rico Lewis. Neumann get it clear. Dangerous moments there. At this point, it's time to make substitutions. Let's bring on Balogun. He's got a lot of pace. Let's bring on Rudd as well, although Metch's not really been in this match. Bring on Cowell for Reece Nelson. Not really been impressed there. Amad Diallo for Dolan. Let's freshen stuff up completely. Let's see if we can get anything from this match apart from a point. Amad Diallo. This could be the one. Eskil Rudd now has found space. He's not the quickest, is he? Although, I mean, he's been training speed. Eskil Rudd, Morton, Gams, Pedersen, over the bar, Eskil. That right there was the 3 points. Don't care what anybody says. That right there, that moment was the 3 points. And he's not taking it. He just could have been anybody else, couldn't it? Eskil Rudd's shooting just isn't there yet. I'm working on it. I really am. His physicals have improved massively. I'm working on his shooting, lads. I honestly am. That was horrendous. Not a bad result in the grand scheme of things. Brighton do have a very good squad. I just feel like we dominated the game. We actually dominated possession in that match, and that Eskil Rudd opportunity just sticks with me. We have to turn our attention to the cup final now. A trip to Wembley, and God, it's Arsenal in the cup after. I don't think we're going to have an FA Cup run, to be honest with you. We've got to where we needed to do for the objective, so we'll probably sim it from now on. I'm going with this. I feel like it is fair to give the players we've given the opportunities in this cup final. Scott gets to start. I was really impressed with him in the last game. Callum Britton comes back in. It'll be his first game back. Let's see how he gets on. Near enough our strongest starting 11. Of course, it's Callum Grant starting up top. Jens Dahl is on the bench for this one because he's had some massive moments in this cup. It's the usual from Chelsea. It's going to be very difficult to break them down, as I expect. They've got Taremi up top, so that could be interesting. He's got a lot of pace and power. So our first cup final then, as Blackburn Rovers manager. This is a big one. We was hoping we weren't going to get Chelsea. We know the Chelsea squad is far superior to ours. We know that. But the cup does have magical moments. Are we going to have one here today? These boys have grafted, and I mean grafted in this competition to get to this point. They thoroughly deserve to be here. And can there be some magic? We've seen small sides do it before. Look at like Birmingham when they won it. I think they got relegated the season they won it. Can this be Blackburn's day? We're not going to get relegated at least. But can it be our day? Who knows? Reggie Cannon now coming across to Kovacic. Oh my God, what a block. Colwell is going to go straight back to Kovacic. Pulisic getting a tackle. Go on, Reggie Cannon. That is brilliant. And I feel like this might be where we need to be brilliant. Reggie Cannon up to Callum Grant, who waited too long. It's deflected. That should not be. It's deflected. It probably should be offside. How frustrating is that, though? He was miles off. I needed to get that ball out of my feet quicker. Chelsea under Potter should play a possession style of football, so we'll see. If they want to keep hold of the ball, that's fine. We're going to have to be tough in the tackle, but I'm okay with them trying to keep hold of the ball. Kovacic, Pulisic, tackle by Colwell, obviously ex-Chelsea. Oh, Mecha couldn't get it out of his feet. And we need to be careful in those positions that when we're playing the ball up, we actually hold it up. Let ourselves get numbers forward. That's a great ball in behind. Pulisic's going to make it 1-0. Caught out massively at the back there. Let's see if we can focus. There's going to be plenty of these cup finals in this career mode. It's probably going to be the longest one I've ever done on the channel. We've been so regular with it as well, which is just great. Let's see if we can pick up the slack now and just come back and get anything in this second half. Or the remainder of the first half is what I should say. Go on, Tyrese. Go on, Tyrese. The ball from Alex Scott. Just not good enough. It was a handball, though. Callum Grant stands over this. I don't think he's good enough. So I'm going to pass it forward into Reece Nelson, into Neumann, into Travis, into Felix Mecha, who drags it wide of the post. Biggest opportunity for us so far. Felix needs to be on fire. He's been very hit and miss this season. I'm hoping that calms down as the years go on. It has been a 50-50 year for Felix Mecha. So yeah, just done brilliantly. Gonna get across to that. We're not gonna. Turner is gonna be scored. Oh, could it have bounced back anywhere else? Turner does so well to get to it, but he just bounces perfectly to Kovacic. And at 2-0 down, you just have to think that maybe this is a step too far for this Blackburn Rovers side. We are not anywhere near the level of this Chelsea squad. They defend so well. Free at the back is my kryptonite. And we might be just seeing that here. Callum Grant was a good first touch. Oh, he nearly had a good second touch. He's fighting and fighting for it out there, but he's fighting off scraps. Chelsea have so many bodies back. I'm going to go back out to Pickering. That was lovely. I need Callum Grant to still run. Callum Grant to still run. Callum Grant! Oh, it's a terrible pass from Pickering. What are you doing? At 2-1, going into the half, that would have been fantastic. What is the ball? It's so limp. Over to Callum Grant. He's frustrated. You can see it in his face. That pass was horrendous, Pickering. Well, the biggest opportunity we've had yet comes just before halftime. I genuinely think at this stage, this game should have been. It just should have been 2-1. You go into the second half. That's a new lease of life for us. Kovacic. We've brought a centre-back over, which is frustrating. Taremi, easy peasy. Well saved, Turner. Can we break? Get a goal back. Can change the game. But look at this already. Look at how many bodies Chelsea have back. It's unbelievable. And look at how many bodies we don't have forward. Is that space for Tyrese Doland? It is. Tyrese Doland isn't bad in these positions. It's not going to work out for him. Pulls it back inside. Felix Metchen out, trying to get that in behind. And again, he's just fizzled out. This Chelsea defence is just impenetrable. Remy now. He's just too quick for any of my back lines. Ziyech, great play. I should have and potentially could have been. That's poor, Turner. That is poor, Turner. Absolutely shocking from him. Kovacic has been a problem. Colwell, I thought he dealt with it. Get it away, Britain. And we just about get away with that. Chelsea, unbelievable pass into Taremi. And that is the game. That is the trophy. We've huffed and we've puffed. We've tried, but this Chelsea side are just far too good. Means time for some substitutions. It means we bring on the youngsters. It's sad to see, but it just wasn't our day, lads. Honestly, it just wasn't our day. Chelsea are just miles ahead of us. It wouldn't surprise me if one or two of their starting 11 is worth more than our entire starting 11. Our entire squad in general. So, I mean, what can you do when you're in these positions? These are tough ties, and we needed them to have an off day at the office. That is something they definitely have not done. They've had a very good day at the office. They've closed me down at every step. I just don't have anyone to pass the football to, and it's become more and more evident as the game's gone on that they're just going to deal with me very easily. Amad Diallo, that's a good ball into Jens Dat. Oh, my God. It's terrible. Back across. Get to it, Sar. Oh, there's been opportunities. That one just before halftime probably should have been taken. Wasn't taken. I'd have loved for us to at least get a goal in this cup final. If it was Jens Dat, that would make things even better. But, I mean, we're going to find out that when we play against Chelsea, their back line's always just going to be so strong. Devastating in the end, but you can't say that Chelsea didn't deserve it. 8 shots and 3.7 expected goals to our 2 shots. It was night and day different, wasn't it? You could tell that we were a freshly promoted side and that Chelsea was more than an established Champions League side. We move on, though. We move on. It's all about the Premier League now. That was our big game. That was our cup final. I'm sure we'll be there again. Unfortunate for us. But we have to move on now. It's all about staying in the league and just continuously making this squad better and better. We have our first scout report back from England. And, I mean, so far, it's not looking like there's anybody worthwhile here. So, we're not going to sign any of them, because we've got another couple of months before the end of the season to achieve this objective. Round of 16, then. That's as far they wanted us to get. This is going to be the Arsenal squad. This is our squad. We've rotated. Arsenal are going to be very good. We play Burnley next in the league, and I kind of always wanted to get the rival games in. And all I care about here is that we put up a fight. Yeah, we lose it 3-2. They've gone out and signed Guedes, but Alex scored with a goal, and Balogun, the new boys, it's good to see them scoring. Balogun, obviously, against the side he's on loan with. I'm not sure he would have been allowed to play against Arsenal. Maybe he is in the cup. Obviously, FIFA don't factor in stuff like that, which is a bit frustrating. Who knows? We might see that stuff in the future. Time for this rivalry game next then. And last time against Burnley, all we managed was a 1-1. This is a very different looking Burnley. They've signed Odsonne Edouard, Kurzawa, Taldi's in there. This is just a very different side. No Ben Brereton Diaz starting up top for them, so we might see him come off the bench. This is our starting 11. We've had to make some changes. We've got some tired legs, but this would be a massive victory. It's very obvious that Burnley have signed as many players as humanly possible to help them stay up in the league this season. We did the same thing. We've signed players to help us try and progress and stay mid-table, because mid-table would be a better finish. Obviously, the higher you finish in the league, the more money you get, and we want more money next season. Is this Eskel Rudd going all the way through? It's not. I think with them playing just a 4 at the back might be a little bit easier than that Chelsea game. Edouard with a shot early on, and what a save from Turner. Turner really has been a key signing this season, because I think without him, we wouldn't be anywhere near where we are in the league. Good touch back. Oh, he couldn't do anything. Is that a penalty? Definitely was. This is definitely a foul, and it's going to be Balogun. Is it not? How is that not a penalty? Call it back for the free kick. I genuinely thought that was a penalty. I'm going to go for this with Balogun. Let's see if I can find the back of the net. This would be a massive goal for him. Oh, it's saved by Muric. He headbutts the post, but it's saved. Right now, puts that one up. Can I get it into Cowell? I can't. Cowell then trying to get it into Balogun. Good position for Balogun. Difficult position, but he makes it 1-0 Blackburn. I think he's got a really bright future ahead of him as well, Balogun. And that's a lovely finish. We take the lead, but 1-0 was not enough last time we played against Burnley. We're going to need another. Cowell was perfectly there, because then Rudd can get that one back out to Cowell. Cowell's going to try and find that ball in behind to Pickering. Pickering, good position. He played it across last time. This time he doesn't. Oh, my God. Burnley falling apart, and Pickering makes it 2-0. In the surface, definitely didn't help Muric there, but we said we needed the second. We've got it, and Burnley now might start falling apart a little bit, and I would love a massive win against Burnley here. It's a relegation battle. Whether you think it is, whether we're mid-table or not, it is a relegation battle, because they are not that far behind us. They could close the gap massively. Oh, that's perfect. In behind to Eskel. Rudd, go on, Rudd, score! Oh, Rudd has just not found the back of the net often enough. Oh, is that Balogun in over the top? That's a beautiful ball into Balogun. Great shot. He's rattled the crossbar. Pickering. In tonight. Night then. Back out to Tyrese Dolan with the effort. Ah, it's beyond the post. We can tell that Chelsea loss got to the lads, because we are rampant at this current moment in time. We really are putting the pressure here on Burnley. Found him. Balogun pulls it back into Eskel Rudd. Surely Eskel Rudd beyond the post. Why can Eskel Rudd just not score goals? Late free kick for Burnley. Again, I want a clean sheet. Colwell is there though. Look at that. He is a brick wall. Eskel Rudd took that perfectly. Then tries to find the ball over to Callum Grant. He was squeezed so quickly. 2-0 the victory, but I do believe it could have been a lot more. That was a very big win for us. In the grand scheme of things, at the bottom of the table, that probably makes us say, may doom Burnley to more despair. Although they've spent money in the window, they've clearly improved the side. They were not good enough. And it does see them still down there in 18th. And 7 points now between them and Crystal Palace, with Crystal Palace having a game in hand. Find ourselves in 11th and staying in 11th for now with a goal difference of 1, which I think is a big bonus. Relegation threatened Watford next for Blackburn, and we're going to win this. 4-1 the victory. Absolutely battered them. Balogun started because he's just having a goal glut at the moment. He bags another goal. Amad Diallo and Cade Cowell comes on and bags 2. It's going to be the end of this episode though, boys, but there's still plenty of games left to play this season. Plenty of opportunities for us to pick up points, but plenty also for us to slip up, with us still having to play both Manchester sides. Will we manage to survive this season staying in mid-table, or will we drop off a little bit? Frustration in this one with the cup final. Look, we give it our all. I know you guys are going to be as gutted as I am. That cup final is going to stick with me now for the rest of this evening. But once again, I do appreciate each and every one of you that continuously show this series support. I know when you get deep into a series like this, sometimes the support drops off, but you guys are consistent. You consistently show me love in the comment section, and I appreciate you all for that. Now's an opportunity though, if you want us to start scouting players for next season, players you think will be good, let me know. Obviously, there's been a lot of players suggested already, so try not to re-suggest players that we've already scouted, are already on the transfer shortlist for us. If you're new around here, smash the subscribe button. If you like the video, go on to smash the like button, and I will see you for the next episode.